All right, welcome back to another episode of Through Our Lens, and I am on with my one of my favorite cousins, Pashana, and I want you to tell the people like who are you? You know, what do you love to do, or not what do you love to do, but like where you from? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And what you do?
So my name is Pashana Manocherry. I run a website called pashana.com where you can find my Bitch Please products.
Hey.
And then I also work for a luxury home design company.
That's solid.
Yeah.
So you say you from San Diego. So have you always been from San Diego?
No, so I was born in Compton.
Okay.
So LA is home.
The crib.
But I've been in San Diego for the past like 20 years.
Yeah. It's been that long?
It's been that long.
Damn,
Yeah.
20 years. Wow.
Probably even more than that, honestly.
I'm 27, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
So I guess technically I'm a San Diegan now.
Dang.
I don't know what the
So
time frame is for that.
on everything, huh? Because you know when people come out here to LA, they be like, "You been here for 12 years," and they from Atlanta. Oh, you from LA now? You cool?
Yeah,
So.
I feel like people in San Diego get offended that I claim LA so much, but it's where my roots are, my home,
like your real
my
roots.
love.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you said that you work for a
Luxury home design company.
okay, and that's like high end like dope stuff. Okay.
Yeah, so we have interior designers. We do businesses.
Oh,
we
that's
do
lit.
hotels, restaurants, all kinds of stuff.
Man, so I just want to kind of like dive straight into it. Like, how do you prioritize self-care? How do you do that as a black woman?
Oh my goodness, that's a question. That's a good question, and it's been a learning process, honestly, because I have 4 kids. So with each child, I've had to adjust that, and it's changed for me every single, with every child that I've had, because my time has changed.
How was it from AJ being the first? How was it like how you said you had to change? So like from level to level, like give me a little background on like, okay, when I had AJ, I had to take care of myself this way, or so.
So when I had AJ, I was really young. So my priorities at the time were a lot different than they are now. At the time, back then, it was finish school, work as hard as I can, stack as much money as I can, take care of my baby, pay my bills.
Yeah.
Which all those are still my priorities now, but because I've done those things and I've gotten to the place where I am now, my priorities are more focused on family, spending the time with my kids.
Right.
Work is not my main priority anymore.
Okay.
My kids are, my family are now.
Solid.
So, since AJ, it's adjusted that way for me.
Dang, that's crazy because I was just thinking that like with so many moving parts, like I remember as a kid when you first had AJ, and then I'm like after that it's like I don't remember nothing because I feel like you always told me like Darnell, I was working.
Yeah.
I was like going to school. Like when you told me you would drive from San Diego back for like to fit him, right?
Yeah.
To fit him back home. I was just like, oh, you
downtown LA.
You was like was getting put through the ringer, and I was just like, dang. But I think like for me, looking at you, that's what built you to who you are now.
100%. Yeah, I feel like that's like that whole situation is what I mean when I say the priorities changed for me because, like I said, back then my priority was to get to school, get to work.
Yeah.
I had a child, but I was sacrificing the time with him so that I could take care of him.
Yeah.
Whereas now, even though I know I did the right thing, mom guilt is something all mothers have and we're going to have forever. And so that mom guilt of missing the time with him because I was working so hard and going to school it's now I put that time into him now and
That's
to
solid.
all my other kids. And it's like,
that's solid.
My priorities changed. I realized what's the most important.
Yeah, so like so you said boom, you slapped them with the 4 kids, you feel me? You talked about self-care. So you married.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
To a great husband that you have, man. So like how do you balance because I'm thinking about, we think about taking the next step, right? And I'm thinking like everything. So I'm it's crazy to like it's not even crazy. It's so great to see you do that. How do you balance like you being married with 4 kids, and I know they're not babies no more, but like how do you manage that? Because for me, it feel like I got so many moving parts right now, and like me and Destiny doing the same thing, right? And then now she's singing, so now it's like, okay, I gotta work, and then I be so, as a man, I'm so focused on building the empire, and I remember her auntie said, Darnell, don't forget, like, yes, you building this empire, but like don't forget the love that needs to go into the empire. And I was just like, dang, because I be neglecting that. You know what I'm saying? I come in, go to work, I do what I got to do, and then it's like. And I be forgetting, like, dang, I got to make sure she's straight. Are you good? Did you eat today? How was your day today? Stuff like that. So, like, how do you deal with, like, all the work and then the kids and then your husband?
Yeah, that's important. And it's a challenge. It's a challenge that I feel like it's going to be a challenge for a while. Because it's, a marriage and a relationship, period, is a work in progress. You have to work at it every day. And when you have kids in the mix, there's so many things going on that, the relationship can become on the back burner. I think what keeps us focused on us when we need to be is that we have really good communication. We talk a lot. He's my best friend. I tell him everything.
Yeah.
And so just having his support and him knowing everything that's going on with me, I know everything that's going on with him. It makes us both know, okay, we're finna carve out this time for each other. We have to. We have so much going on.
Yeah.
But it also makes us understanding to what the other person has going on.
That's
you know what?
good.
I know you're working on this right now. Go on and get this done. And when you're done with that, we're gonna go do this together.
And what's crazy? And not to get too deep, but I noticed how you managed when his mom passed, and then I noticed how he managed when grandma passed, and I was just like, oh, they got a system, because a lot of people will look and be like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying, like, where is her support or where is his support? But I seen you, I seen you do it, like even when I think grandma had passed. He got sick, and he was like, "Hey, I got to take care of him." But like y'all, it's like a seesaw. Y'all know when to sub in, sub out. Like, hey, I need a breather. Okay, I got you. Even with the kids, like I noticed, like when the kids running rampant too much, go in the room. And I'll be like, "Oh, that's good to see." You know what I'm saying? It's to me, for me, it's healthy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like so healthy to see that.
We have a lot of just conversation time. Sometimes our date night is just us going to get a room and like kicking it with each other and talking for like hours.
Right. Y'all best friends.
We have to because it's the only time that we get to just be completely honest and just let off everything on our chest. I feel like those conversations carry us through everything we're dealing with in life, because like you said, when his mom passed away, like it wasn't even nothing to talk about. I have to pick this up right now and help him get through this.
That's good.
I had never gone through anything like that before, but I knew that the person I love needs support and love right now. And so whatever I can do to give him that, I'm going to give him that. I think by him seeing that, he was able to give it right back to me, you know, when I needed it. It really comes down to the friendship in the relationship and wanting it. If you want something bad enough, you're going to do everything you can to make it work.
That's good. I read this book, or one of my mentors shot me this book. It's called Respect and Love. And it talked about like how women need love and men need respect. And it's crazy because like in the Bible it says, like love your wife like you love like God loved the church, right? And then it's crazy because I'm like, in a world where we're like brought up differently, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't like, it's crazy because like Destiny be like when we was outside and she was like, oh, you ain't about to scream at me. And it's crazy because like not saying I wasn't taught love, like Pawpaw and Auntie, it's like I was young. I couldn't grasp it, like what love was, but I knew that they rock with each other for sure. But it's like growing up and now becoming my own man, I'm like, damn, it's hard to really love somebody, but y'all give it so freely and easily. But like for us, love is like we gain love from respect. So it's like, oh no, like, hey man, she looked out for me. Hey, that's love. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, but like with us, we don't know how to show love. So we think the only way to give love is like through how we know. You know what I'm saying? So like, how do y'all deal with that? Like, is it like a love and respect thing that you guys balance out too?
Definitely. And I think like our life experiences play a part.
That's solid.
I remember when we were dating, I remember us having a conversation one night, and at some point you're going to talk about your past relationship.
For sure.
And we did. And it was like we were both saying the same things as to what we didn't want. We didn't want to deal with.
That's solid.
And so I think I mean, I can't speak for him, but for myself, my past experiences and the things that I went through, it really made me realize, like, when I get somebody that I love and that's loving me the right way, I'm going to do everything I can to show that person love and respect as much as possible. And so going into this relationship, him pouring the love into me that he did and the friendship into me that he did, it made me want to give it back. It made me want to give it back so much more. I think that from his past experience, receiving that back, like, felt good for him and made him want to continue to give it to me. So that's why, again, I think it comes back down to communication, talking about those things, talking about, it's better. It sounds so cliche, but it really makes a difference to start off friends first. Facts. Because having that conversation about what you want and don't want in a relationship is so vital and key going forward.
Facts. I truly believe that because I was all about taking time. Like, you done seen girlfriends and my girlfriends and all that, but it's crazy because with this one, I met her and I told her, I'm like, you know what? Let me do something different. After my last relationship, the one, the girl I talked to in San Diego. So after her, I spent time with myself, and I was able to love myself and kind of check in on myself. Dang, take myself to the movies, do stuff like that. So before I when I did that, that's when I met Destiny. And then it made me approach it differently. So now I was like, let me take my time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like how you said, let me get to know you for you. Let you get to know me for me. Let me get to know your sisters. That's why I love her sisters they my own. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And it's so good to see that. Like how you said, it's so good to start off as friends. We started off like my mom would be like, y'all girlfriend, boyfriend? And she like, no, we just friends. Yeah. And we would, like how you said, we would literally just talk and rap. We just rap the whole time. Like, hey man, so how you feel about this or this and this and that? It was literally, it helped us. We've been in a relationship now for 4 years. That right there, that little 5-6 months helped us for this time now. You know what I'm saying? 4 years later. So that's actually good to hear, man. Yeah. I wanted to ask you about, because I know you're an entrepreneur and you're a businesswoman. You go to work, you got your own stuff. So what are the hardships in entrepreneurship?
So I would say for me personally, the biggest challenge I've had is just being consistent and not allowing, my expectations deter me. I think, that's the main thing I've always heard entrepreneurs say, and it's the main thing to remember. For some people success does happen overnight, but for most people it doesn't. And to get to that level of success, you have to stay consistent. You have to check your expectations at the door. If you expect something to blow up in 2 days, that's just not realistic. It's not realistic. It ain't gonna work. And so I think for me, when I first started, I was so young and my expectations just got in my way a little bit. And that was a hardship for me that I had to kind of get over and just realize, you know what? You're doing the best you can. Take your time. Rushing something is not going to create the best product. Taking your time is what's going to get you the results that you want.
Everything, take the stairs.
Exactly. Yep. So I think just focusing on your path and your business, and not being so focused on what everybody else is going and how fast they're going and their success. That was a hardship for me to get over.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm learning now. It's just even in the relationship, outside and in business. So with the, like I told you, in a relationship, I was just like, let me take my time. Let's take our time. And it's funny because Destiny is more eager. She like, hey, nah, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And I'm like, hey, like slow and steady wins the race. You know what I'm saying? Like if we go too fast, we're gonna burn ourselves out. You know what I'm saying? And then I translate that into business. Like photography, y'all, I ain't never ever talked about photography until it came in my lap. And then it just started opening doors. But those doors that open, it kind of gave me the thought, oh, this it's about to go fast. Yeah. But then I had to pump my brakes. I said, if I want anything to last, I'm gonna have to take my time with it. You know what I'm saying? So that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Anything you do is, it's about the quality you put into it.
On everything, for sure.
Yeah.
On everything.